Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. A little resin project today using UV resin. Still on the Vida Rosa. While sorting out plants, I had one that had long since perished. So I pulled the root out and this is what I got. Now straight away I was like, I can't throw that away. I'll have to let it dry out because it looks like a Treeman. Now this is the way that it was in the ground, so all the roots had travelled. When I pulled them out, it was like, oh, there's so much potential there. And I think I'm going to take a few of the really spindly bits away and then cover them in resin, or brush resin on. This is going to be a long, slow process because I kind of like how much is growing back here. So I want to keep as much as possible. Totally cover them in resin, do nothing else to my Treeman. That's just so cool. So much movement going on there. It even looks like there's a mouth. So I'm not going to do anything actually to him, like I say, apart from cover him in resin and then make a bit of an organic shaped base, trailing behind him a little bit, again to try and keep the weight, because if it's all over here and there's all the weight over here, it might just... And in my head, what I'm seeing is footsteps of grass. Just like the tree of life. So he might no longer be alive, but wherever he walks, he's leaving grass. Oh, I'm losing my voice again. This is happening a lot lately. So yeah, grass, maybe flowers, but life. So he's leaving life. So I'm unsure what colour the resin base is going to be. Whether to just have it scorched earth, you know, but mix the resin with dirt even. And then I have some fake grass from tabletop wargaming for miniatures and scenery. So I'm thinking of trying injecting that in footsteps and having a little bit trail just beneath the feet. That's the plan. So I'm going to glove up, get something to put some resin in. Right, I've got my UV resin, got my UV light, got a roll of masking tape, so I need to prop this up. Thinking, would it be better to start this end? I thought it might be better to start that end, but then as it gets a little bit heavier, it might pull them down, so perhaps start this end, because at least that can prop up. So yeah, I'll start this end. We'll do a little bit, and then we'll flash forward, and then we'll do a little bit more. And then flash forward, and keep going until we're done. Right. I might need to put the masking tape on there to hold it up. And position the light and the cable so it does not... Have I turned the switch on? I have not turned the switch on. Right. Well, we're going to flash forward to a fair bit of this being done. So far it's been about an hour of doing a bit, curing it, doing a bit, curing it. We've got all the body done and up to here done, so here isn't done. So let's do a little bit on camera, and then next time we flash forward, so I think where to go now. Actually, we're here. Okay. So yeah, next time we flash forward, we should be done with the actual Treeman himself. And this is what the whole process has been. I don't think I've done there. Doing a little bit at a time. Lost a few of the really straggly bits along the way, but that's okay. Knew that was going to happen. Okay, the Treeman is done. I only in the end second coat around the long thin bits. Body was absolutely fine. So I was having a look and a think about the base, and it was and still might be a splodge of resin. I'm going to give this a try first. I recently, while sorting out recyclables, found that I got a load of this polystyrene board. So I broke a piece down, melted it up a little bit, so it's got all this texture, and I'm going to paint it brown. Now it's not quite flat at the moment, but I am going to resin over the whole thing, so it's still going to be a bit of a splodge of resin, so that'll also flatten the base out, or give it a flat base. But I thought I want to give this a try, because my Treeman stands on there rather nicely as to how I want him, stepping forwards, and then we can have like a couple of footprints of lush green grass. So I've made up some brown, just going to paint the whole thing. Now this might take more than one coat, and it said it's still going to get resined over the top. And I'm going to think about potentially making some little flowers as well, just so that wherever the Treeman goes, he's really bringing life out. So we will flash forward. Okay, our base is painted, so we're going to roll with it. I have masking taped a piece of cling film to a sheet of Perspex because I need to dry it on the underside without it wibbling. So I want to put the UV all over initially and for it to seep under the edge a little bit so we get as flat a base as possible. And I put it on Perspex so that I don't have to flip it and have it curve, so I can hopefully just raise it up and slide the light underneath. This is the plan. Will it work? We've got to find out. I've also got some little scenery bits here because I want to put in now a little bit of where the foot is going to be. So there's a little, little green to start off, and then we're going to put some green on top of that. And I've also got some teeny tiny little flowers here from out of the garden. So I'm going to try, just to add a little extra life, putting a couple of those down. That's the plan. Let's see if we can do this. It's a lot to pull off, but I think I'm confident. So I'm literally just going to squeeze straight on. I'm only going over the edges. That's what we want. In fact, thinking about it now, I don't know whether it'd have been better to do an underside first, so it's like sitting on a bit. But we can always go and do that in a moment. I mean, this will be amazing if it works how I want it to, but I think there's going to be a little trial and error along the way. We'll stop there. In fact, cocktail stick might be better at this point, just to poke it around in the little nooks where it hasn't quite gone completely over. And actually this is quite a nice, I quite like that edge. So we might not tidy that up. We might keep that. Right, now to very, very, very carefully, I can't have this touch it, but I've got to see where it's going to be. So I'm looking for about here and about here. So we've got our starting points for the greenery. this is going to be the trickier bit, is trying to get a little tiny flower on there and have it the right way up. Like that, that's perfect. I'll try and get that again. These are so tiny and delicate. I'd like to get more just like that one, but they're really hard to get. I just want to get a couple more in there because it's going to add a much needed layer of life. Oh, and I'm aware I've just stuck my thumb in our lovely splodge. Oh, my little finger, sorry. I'm going to have to re-splodge around the edge there. Let me swap the gloves now because I'm in such a mess. Right, we'll have to go back over that. Let's just try and get maybe a little cluster around there. Okay, we're going to leave it there. I'm not going to add any more because there's going to be a little lighter green go on top of that. So I'm going to try and cure this now. Now doing the top's going to be fine. I can just slap the light right over the top. Doing the underside, I've got loads of different spools of tape to try and raise this all up evenly so it doesn't like curve in randomly anywhere. So wish me luck at this point, and when we come back we'll see whether this has been a success or a failure. Well, we're all cured. Before we do anything else to the top, we've got to see, well, I believe we're all cured, we've got to see the underside. So let's try and get this off. Oh, it's done what we need it to do. It doesn't matter that there's bubbles dropped on the underside. It has gone completely under and sealed it. This is exactly what we wanted. Is it flat? Let's move this out of the way. Actually, I'm going to need a clean piece down, aren't I? Because I don't want that. Let me just clear the area. By clear the area, I just got the plastic. I just got the Perspex out of the way because I tested it on the tabletop there and it is perfectly flat. It doesn't like buckle or bow anywhere, so this is good. I'm going to keep it on the cling film just for now because I'm going to do the final stages. So I've got to put a little drop over these flowers to totally seal them in and add the tiniest bit of this green sponge stuff. It's kind of like moss as far as like scenery making goes, but it's going to add a little bit more colour. So I'm going to put a little drop of UV on top of each of these. I need UV, drop of the moss stuff, get my Treeman on here as well, and bring this box over here because this is what keeps him standing upright. It happens to be the perfect size. Whether that will be on camera or not during editing, we'll see. But it's my Terra-Fried box that I've played with recently. But it holds him up just right. So that's what we're going to do. UV resin. Very carefully. Just a little drop over the top of these flowers to seal them in. In fact, a bit more around these areas because that's where the feet are going to go with the Treeman. Now, tweezers and a little bit of this. Okay, oh, we are looking so good. Let's get our Treeman on here We might add a little bit of UV resin after this is cured, just to make sure that his legs are 110% attached to the base. But this is looking pretty much exactly how I pictured it in my head, so I'm really, really, really pleased about that. Right, curing. We will flash forward, and I will let you know whether we added a little dot around the feet or not. But oh my goodness, very rarely do things come out exactly like they are in your head, because you just hit stumbling blocks along the way, and you know what's in your head isn't always easy to project. But this is pretty much there. Adding that green was like, and the flowers. Oh, okay, we're going to flash forward. Oh, Treeman is finished. And he didn't need extra resin around the feet. Right, can I get... This is going to be tricky. There we go. That's a little sample of as close as I can get of the base. How cool does that look? He is bringing life to where there is none. He is flat. He is walking and bringing life everywhere he goes. This has come out. It's going to be tricky to get him all in shot, depending on how I edit this, because I quite often zoom in, so you've just got, you know, you haven't got the taped down tabletop over here. But I think it won't matter in this case. It's going to be better to see him in his full glory. How absolutely cool is that? For just a root of a plant that perished last year, and I pulled it out earlier this year, and this is what I had. This is what was hidden, this beautiful, beautiful creature here. And look, I didn't put that face there. It has a face. That's how he came. I am unbelievably pleased with how this has come out. As I just said in the last take, before he started to do his final cure, very, very rarely does something come out pretty much exactly as you picture it in your head. I wanted a tree man walking through a barren ground, leaving life where he stepped. And this is pretty much how I envisaged it in my head. So I am beyond pleased with this result. This is amazing. It is so cool. Add in those little tiny flowers. Finished it off. Because it really looks like he's bringing life where he steps now. It would have looked cool anyway with just an element of green, just a little bit of grass shooting up, but the flowers really suggest that he's bringing life to wherever he walks. I cannot express how pleased I am with this result. Let me know what you all think. I don't think there's a way that I can get him where you're going to capture him in his full glory. Perhaps like that. Strutting through the world. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I enjoyed this. I did not know it was going to come out so good come the end. Like I say, I'm incredibly pleased with this. Like if you like what you see. Comment if you've got something to say. And subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.